Everything's a disaster. Wait, give me a second. I can lock for this. I mean, we're still basically in savages, right? Tombstone itself doesn't get HP for the zone, but the zombies do, yeah. Even if it doesn't spawn zombies, it's like a free pudge, but then it spawns, but if it spawns a ton of zombies, it would maybe position it on the front row if you have like tide, etc. I would always position it on the front row, right? You want it to start off tanking like 2 or 3 heroes, spawn a couple of zombies, and then die, basically. Yeah, it just has like too many stats. Like, a good amount too many stats, I think. I'm sure people will find out ways to break the game with these placeable objects in the next days. Well, I mean, the dummy and the tombstone are already just kind of inherently super broken, I think. I mean, the only thing to find out a way to do is probably find out a way to break barricade, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about barricade. I'm not too much of a believer in like barricade being super valuable, I think. We'll see though. We'll see. Like, it seems like the kind of thing it's hard to give up an entire item for. You started this game too fast, I wanted to stream snipe you. Oh, sorry, buddy. You hungover right now? Yeah, I'm. I got wasted last night. Okay. No, fam, I don't drink alcohol. You guys don't understand. I'm a good boy. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't smoke plants. I drink water. I was gonna say, and I smoke, but I don't smoke anything. I just kind of look like a degenerate, you see? Hood of Defiance, Vitality Booster, and Blightstone. Second Blightstone? And Blightstone does technically scale up, right? So we have some pretty awkward item choices. That's fun. What are we doing here? Is it like this? Is this what we're doing? I don't know what we're doing. This is weird. We don't really have a board. This guy's only got a level 2 axe. We could beat him, potentially, depending on how aggro plays out. Nah, we're attacking axe with more fling. It's no good. Cuddle's playable again in the corner with barricades and our target buddy to protect him. I tried and he ulted every time versus assassins. I mean, that sounds bad to me. It depends, I guess, like, exactly how you define playable. Okay, so we can take a bit of a pivot into savages here. We can be on almost 4 savages.
Good call. I'm pretty great.
Two savages with multiple venomancers. I mean, something vaguely like this. We could also have a Witch Doctor on this board. I could see that. Pudge could be on this board. I don't know how I feel about Contract here. It's a little harder to use Contract without like a really good DPSer. Cuddle's still too late to the party like 90% of the time. Yeah. I think so. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Cuddle. Part of the reason we were talking about mages being better is because I thought the aces had like a plus 15% like flat rate chance of being found, and apparently that's not the case, which to me is really weird that it wouldn't be like that, but apparently it isn't. So I'll take the level up here, I think. I just believe in leveling up early. I don't want to try to hit interest points before I level. Not in this meta. Not right now. So 2 Blightstones and a Contract in back. Tusk just like being a decent frontliner with Ogre. Ah, this looks fine. Now we can sell it to interest point like on 7 or something like that. Fuck off, I'm in true savage, dude. Yeah, I mean, you can play savages here. The thing is, like, savages don't even really compete with each other. That's the thing about playing savages. And that's the thing about, like, the legendary meta and, like, the value of savages. Like, because I'm gonna pivot off anyway, I don't really care if anybody else is in savages. There can be, like, 3 other people in savages. Like, I don't build tier 3s. I'm just, like, riding them in the early game. And the probabilities are almost unaffected in the early game, right? So, I want to hit some good stuff. I don't know. There's an AM. AM is sweet. So this is where we're hitting the interest point for sure. I think we have to be hitting the interest point here. The question is, could I do something like sell Pudge? I think Pudge is quite valuable here. But I think because we don't need Heartless and because we're going to have an AM to help tank, we're probably not going to need it yet. We can buy the AM and sell this. Put it in instead of like something like that. I think that's okay. Like, the extra Venomancer level 1 isn't terrible. Picking up Warlock and picking up Savages, but AM2 is just nice. It's a little early to be disabling Demon, but, you know, I mean, this guy has a Shadow Fiend. AM is just good, dude. Disables Demon. He's, like, the Demon Hunter tag is actually very valuable. Like, for free, you're disabling a Demon Alliance bonus, which, I mean, pretty much everyone has a Demon. Like, you're supposed to have, like, 1 Demon on your board in most boards, and you are able to drain mana at the same time. He has a really strong ability and 1 really strong tag. I don't think we need anything here. So the question is, could we possibly hit this interest point? And I think we can. It would be a matter of selling Veno +1. Ugh, that's kind of hard. Rough night last night. Can you hear that in my voice? Like, what's being conveyed right now in my voice? Do I sell Ench or Tusk? I think I actually sell Ench here. I don't know. I mean, this Tusk pair is valuable right now. I need more frontline and I need the Savage unit. AM on Beastmaster. Look at this monster! Oh, where are your X's now, dude? Oh. God. Such a powerful ability. It's not even fair. I would have sold Ench too. As much as Ench just outclasses Tusk, we don't have another Druid, we don't have a pair. Like, the pair value is good, and also we need more frontline, so, I mean, it's just all over, it's just no good. So we can take the pre-level here. I love taking that pre-level. We have the Lycan. Lycan's going to be a pretty solid thing to add in. I think it just kind of auto-wins us more fights. It can even serve as a frontline. Its 750 health is enough to basically just turn that into mana for this spellcast. We can go ahead and sell up to this interest point yet again. And I think we can greed this at 19 again, for sure. And this should be good. What are your thoughts on aces and the fact that some alliances don't have an ace? Aces are good. It's good design. They need to tweak some of them. Some of them are imbalanced. The Warlock one and the Shaman one are too good right now compared to the others. Some of them are like weak. Like, I mean, Medusas, Gyros are just kind of trash. Whereas Liches and Techies are okay, just because they're less committal to actually get to. So the balance is kind of off on them, but the concept of aces is really good. Ooh, now this interest point. Ugh. I have to hit it. I guess this is where we have to sell the other Tusk, right? Oh well. I mean, I don't think I want to sell a Witch Doctor here. Just to try to pull a Tusk. I think it's not worth it. I thought 15% was a flat 15% increase to find a specific ace, which would make it 29.3% of the aces you open. Is that not so? Okay, so that's what I thought at first, too. That would make the most sense. There was someone in chat who said he like tested it in a dev game, like 200 rolls, which isn't the biggest sample size in the universe, but it's fairly big, and it's looking like it's only a 50% increase on the actual percent it is to find it. So that would be, instead of 14%, it goes to like 16%, which, I mean, I haven't seen anything that seems to indicate otherwise. I mean, that seems how it works, which is really weird, because it seems like it doesn't give you enough of a reason. I don't know, you know? We can just run DK, right? DK is like an okay contract holder. So right now we can have Lycan instead of the other Tusk since we're on 2 Savages anyway. Do you think Summoning Stone is good? Wouldn't use it just for early game streaks even when you move away from summons late game? Yes, because you're always an Arc Warden, and I mean, even in your late game board, the ability to give your Arc Warden clone 45 attack speed is still pretty valuable. In addition to early streaks. Yes, Summoning Stone is just a good item in this meta. Isn't it 15% to appear after the ace slot is rolled? Yeah, but the question is whether it's a 15% flat chance to appear on the 14% chance. You're not always an Arc Warden because he's bugged. What's the bug with him right now? I heard he doesn't work with big time contracts, but is that not what you're talking about? You just sell the Witch Doctor up to this interest point, right? He's selling his Witch Doctor is totally fine. All passive items don't work. Arc Warden clone is currently bugged. The clone will not gain any bonuses except for actives from items. The original Arc Warden carries. Maelstrom, Basher, HP items do not proc as of now. Dagon on attack speed items still do. Wow, no procs? Okay, then you're right. I guess, like, with that bug, Arc Warden kind of sucks. That's a big deal. And they nerfed... I think the change to big-time contracts interaction with Arc Warden was probably intentional. Attack speed items don't work as well, so no Moonshard. Okay, he's ass. What the heck? So you can only put, like, Daedalus on him? He's just like a Daedalus carrier? Woof. Wow. What did they do to you, Arc Warden? That sucks. Let's go ahead and check the positioning here, make sure my board is good against these. And yeah, this all looks good. Daedalus doesn't work as well, only Dagon. Literally only Dagon works, nothing else? Dude, what? Okay. Wow, that changes a lot. Then the Shaman Alliance isn't super OP then, if he's that bugged. But, I mean, that evaluation is contingent on a bug, which, you know. But yeah, for sure. Right now, Arc Warden and Shamans are just no good. That explains a lot. Because I was playing Arc Warden in one of my games last night, and I felt really, really ass, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Okay, where were we? So I think I want to be in 4 Warlocks. I have pretty much like an Omega streak here. I'm on level 7 on 14, which is, hey, that's good timing. So, I could do something weird, like a dragon pair, just to carry contracts. I mean, I need either a demon, or a dragon, or Luna. I need something that can, like, modify contract value, basically. Majestic made a 6 warrior shaman builds, and it's unbeatable. 6 warrior shamans? What do you run in shamans right now? I guess you pair trolls, and, I mean, if Arc Warden's bugged, you're not running Arc Warden. So it's Shadow Shaman plus Enigma. And then you're running Troll. I mean, you need Troll for that. I'm sure that can be okay. You put Shamans in literally anything. Why would you not run Arc Warden though? If it doesn't work with any items, I mean, I guess you can still run it, even if it doesn't work with literally, like, almost any item in the game. I guess you can still get Dagon on it. It's only the clone that's bugged? Sure. That's true. It's pretty funny how powerful that hero is. Ow. I should flip my board. I just disrespected the hell out of wolves. We've been like beating every board like straight up. Oh well. You always have to take helm here. There's really nothing else for it. So we're gonna go to 8 on 17. Getting better at contract odds. It's true. We are getting better at contract odds. Got him. So the 4th Warlock can be Mr. Warlock. I guess that's probably better than Ogre here. Something like that looks fine. We don't have to be on 2 Lycans either. We could have like 2 sacrifices and see how that works. Could have one of the contracts on Shadow Fiend level 1 as well, instead of like this Lycan. Because Lycan is a little bit more prone to die early. So we completed our streak. Our economy is like quite good, and we can spike to 8 here. I'm not so sure how I feel about Ogre. He does buff himself every time, and the closest ally that makes it predictable, and that's good. But before he was a better sacrifice, he would buff a carry before dying. Now that's not realistic. He won't survive for 5 seconds. What are your thoughts? Yeah, it's pretty close to the same. I mean, it's not really a buff, but it's not really a nerf either. It's, I mean, his power level is almost unchanged, honestly. So does it work with Blightstone then? Does it not even work with Blightstone? So they're both attacking Abaddon. Oh, it's only 7 armor. Yeah, it doesn't even work with Blightstone. Yep, okay. Dude, what a apparently unintentional nerf if it's an actual bug that happens like that. So I guess, now that we have Enigma Aspelods, we should always have a Shadow Shaman benched, and we should always put it on the board for the rolls, right? I mean, we already have Warlocks. Something like this is good. Why not contract from Lycan to SF? Yeah. Contract is gonna be better on SF here. This board is pretty shit all of a sudden. Like we've completed Alchemist. I think that's the only unit we've completed in the last like 8 rounds. We have a good early economy, but these are the rounds where you start losing a lot of health, unfortunately. So our good like health value is gonna be pretty shattered. Our good gold gain still stands though. We've got like good odds at least. I don't know. I'm honestly kind of regretting going to 8 here. I think all things considered, like maybe I should just be rolling. I don't really believe in like super aggressive early levels. That being said, I mean ace tier units are nuts, right? If we ask pull an early disruptor or an early enigma, it just wins us the game, right? I mean, what are we supposed to do about escaping that value? Seems pretty impossible. I wish my Shadow Fiend wasn't level 1. I don't want to put contract on a level 1 Shadow Fiend or a level 2 frontliner like Lycan. Lycan's a little too early to die potentially. How many pledges are there? 2. I don't want to put Arc Warden in a weird corner with only 2 pledges. So isn't Barricade supposed to block these attacks? If ranged units have like the barricade between them and the target, it looked like my attacks just flew over his barricade. We could be on 4 Savages for a little bit, potentially. I'm the only one who's found a Terrorblade. That's so weird. I forgot to put Shadow Shaman in for a second. I mean, I still feel there's a good chance I'm going to be in DK2 Viper 2, right? I think there's a decent chance of that happening. So how's Medusa right now? If you have a Tide 2, is it worth it to just jam in a Medusa 1? I think there's a decent chance it's worth it. I'm not 100% sure, though. This would be my first time trying it out. Let's see. Yeah, like free retaliate, but her stone gaze is ass now. Her attack range is ass now. We do have a Blightstone to spread Blightstone. Dude, she is such a bad unit. They absolutely ass blasted her ability. I don't think people value the disable from Medusa. I don't know. Its range already felt kind of short before. Can't really use Octarine here. Maelstrom, man. You remember when we used to have like an Arc Warden 1 and we would like snap Maelstrom? I can put in like Dusa 1 Maelstrom. I don't know how bad that is. It feels like I'm too behind to try to go for level 3s, honestly. Like this Terrorblade I feel like just can't really get there. Maybe this can be fine. Go down to 2 Warlocks by dropping level 1s. I mean, even if I'm in 4 Warlocks, I don't know if I want to be in Shadow Fiend. Shaman for Enigmaspell. Yeah, I'm going to have to remember to just do that every single round. Could buy 2 Kunkas. Kind of want to be in Doom. I could easily be in Kunkka here, I think. There's like a very legitimate chance we're in Kunkka. Man, this is quite weird. Not really sure what to do here. We can't, it's too late to try to go for Lone Druid. I'm not sure if Dragon Knight is really worth going for. I need a contract carrier, and without like Shadowfiend Terrorblade progress, with Arc Warden not being able to carry contract, Medusa's only level 1. I feel like I have to have a level 2 Doom or a level 2 DK. Or maybe something like a level 2 Mirana, possibly. Those are like my only possible contract carriers, right? AM out? Yeah. I mean, this is around the time where we're putting AM out, right? Maybe like a Troll. But Troll's not hitting level 2 either. I need to find something. Yeah, I don't really respect Shadow Fiend still. So the objective now is to go into a 3rd warrior, which, I mean, in the ideal circumstance would be Doom. So we want like 3 warrior frontline. The warrior plus the retaliate ace is actually going to do a decent amount of damage, I guess, because Tidehunter is really chonky. Oh, you can't see how much damage retaliate is anymore, huh? Now that it's an ace ability? Or, oh, does it? No. This blue bar is Maelstrom. His ace ability is somewhere in the light blue bar for Tidehunter, I guess. It should be sourced to Tidehunter. The question is, like, how much of that is Ravage? And it's usually pretty easy to calculate. Ravage is just, like, a small amount. It usually probably hits for, like, 750 or something like that. We do want to go up to 4 Warlocks again. There's Doom. Yeah, maybe trying to be in Dragon Knight is just silly in the first place. I think that could just be dumb. What if we have multiple Tidehunters with this Ravage thing? That could be kind of okay. Multiple Tidehunters with Retaliate. It is kind of a low value Retaliate, but we also kind of don't know how the Math Binder works, right? Medusa might literally need to be standing closer. Man, that blows. This Medusa literally might not be standing close enough, right? She needs more... Her Stone Gaze is like really close range now. That really sucks. Retaliate is barely anything. Dude, what the fuck? Wait, how is that possible? How is Retaliate so small here? That can't be right. Like, I know it's not good. So we can go to level 9 here. I'm not sure if I like going to 9. I really want to upgrade some of my stuff. I'm not really looking for enough, though. I'm going to do some 1 guaranteed stone forms. Sounds bad. Level 1 is 25 damage per second. Yeah. I mean, we don't know if it's just like, if it only caps at 25 damage per second. I mean, it probably doesn't stack, right? But it might not have a duration like it did last time. I mean, we don't know for sure that it works the exact same as old Retaliate. That would be, I guess, what we would assume, but the actual text on it might indicate otherwise. Medusa. We were spamming it for like 5 minutes. I mean, I can put Helmdusa frontline. I can try that. Is Moonshard actually better than Bracers here? I have too many DPS items. I'd rather have Bracers on Tide. I think we need to level up here. I want these like 3% A sides. Like having a level 2 Dusa sounds like a neat thing if it happens. I guess I can just put Maelstrom on like a level 2 Elk. I guess that's probably just okay. Just put like some random Necro in for now. Healing Ward is ass from what I've heard on Reddit and Discord. Is that true, Twitch chat? Yep, Healing Ward is absolute ass. I mean, Healing Ward sucks and the other two are nuts. And Barricade is kind of a question mark. I mean, I can say in general Barricade is bad, but there might be some super specific way of using it that makes it nuts. So here's Tombstone value here. How many zombies did that summon? So I guess we look at like Tombstone damage. Remember to put my shaman on the board earlier. I guess I just have to take Ogre off my board here. Wait, what do I take off for Disruptor? I actually don't have room, right? Arc Warden Maelstrom? Right now, apparently it's bugged and doesn't even work. This fucking lifelink from Disruptor. That's so stupid. Look at how much damage this Luna did. 15,000. Does Luna even have like a big item? So what is that? Nipple Storm? Nipple Storm's Luna has Mask of Madness. Yeah, that's a pretty big item. So I want to replace Veno with a Sacrifice and get this out, basically. So it's like Veno out. Level 1 Sacrifice here. And then Contract backline, something like this, basically. And then the last addition is what, Enigma to this board? I think the last addition has to be Enigma, right? Kunkka shouldn't be standing here. Level 1 Doom. I mean, I want the Doom to be level 2. I want like a decent contract carrier. And I want a third warrior as well to extend the life of my front line. Maybe increase retaliate damage by a little bit. Oh, barricade's value here. I don't know, it just seems like, even if you use barricade like this, which is kind of cute, I mean, wouldn't you rather have like almost any other tier 2 item? For mechanic side, in order to get ace chance increase, you don't need to complete the alliance on board, you only need to be able to complete that alliance if it's enough to have both Shadow Shaman and Arcborn on bench. So it's just on bench, right? It's just this like, it's this like bubble, this like emptied out one is what you're saying. That's a relief. That makes my life a lot easier, actually. Nice rolls. That's really dumb. I don't like that at all. Is that better than just making you put it on your board every single turn of the entire game? You go to 10 here or what? I was thinking about going to 10 on like 31. I don't know. My board might be good enough to greed to 33. But I guess with people's health, the game might not be going on long enough. It's probably a mistake to be rolling right now. I mean, I need to go to 10 and put in an Enigma. That's just like the last way my board improves. And getting the Enigma is higher value when I go to 10. Getting something like a Doom is less likely if I go to 10, but that's fine. I mean, I can't be rolling for just Doom. What if I don't want that ace unit? If you didn't want, you can just bench while rolling. Well, I mean, of course. I understand that. So. The whole point is to push you into synergies, and it's not just good stuff meta. Why would you be benching and getting ace bonus make sense at all? Guys, this is just good stuff meta. Benching and getting ace bonus? I'm not saying benching and getting ace bonus. They're saying benching and getting ace odds. That's not getting ace bonus. Isn't Shaman on all units so broken it's not even funny? Basically, yeah. I mean, the Shaman Alliance is kind of broken right now. That's why I'm still running Arc Warden, even though, like, his other half doesn't even use items. Put Shadow Shaman in when you're rolling easier to get Enigma. I think it's the same, right? So do we choose Dagon now? Because Dagon's apparently the only item that works with him. It's very interesting. I mean, I think we do, right? This retaliate damage is probably not enough to be significant. So we can put Dagon on Arc Warden, Contract on this, Maelstrom on this. I could try something like this. I mean, most of the time, Arc Warden Dagon only casts one Dagon, right? But I think in these last few rounds, I don't really need extra gold. I mean, the only thing I'm rolling for here is Enigma, right? Have we tried Contraptions? Are they good? I think Barricade and Healing Word are bad, and I think the other two are outright broken. Get increased chance for Enigma if bonus is on the board. People say it's 15%. Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't have to be on the board to get that chance. That shouldn't be necessary. And where's this Enigma? This is kind of bad. We could lose. At the very least, I'm testing out like this Arc Warden thing, so works out okay. Then okay's board. We can do something like this. I want to make sure that Deuce actually goes through. Is your dog okay? Yeah, she's just playing. They need to be on the board for a chance at next drop? I don't think so. I think it's just bench. I would be pretty surprised if they needed to be on the board for a chance at next chop. That would really surprise me. So this retaliate's doing basically nothing for me, right? We have to hope we hit a board that we can actually beat here. 100% doesn't need to be on the board. You tested it. Okay, that's good to know. So, looks like we hit a board we can beat, which is kind of nice. We're probably going to have to sell this Tide Hunter, but I think that's fine. I don't think we were completing the other Tide anyway. I just realized how bad that it started to change nukes brownies. Yeah, I think I would agree. I don't know. I mean, you actually need to find Disruptor, and it's hard now. So we should just get second place. I don't think we can beat this Dino K guy. I mean, maybe if we ask pull Enigma. I mean, I'd rather have a Tide 2 than a Dusa 1 here, right? Terrorblade 3, Slark 3, PA 3. Yeah, I mean, it's a rough fight, but we have Shaman Alliance. Yeah, I don't think anything is happening here, boys. This is a pretty good board. My golden dick streak is too powerful. I think Dino's gonna win this one, guys. That's okay. Drop Scale Days, yeah. I think Scale Days, I think we can say it's pretty ass. It was doing a decent amount of damage, and Medusa's kind of okay. I really don't like Dusa as a unit. The thing about Scaled Alliance is, like, Tide is a good unit, right? So the question is, if you put the Dusa 1 in, and Dusa 1 is okay on your board, it's not really hurting you that much, right? So I think it's totally fine to do something like that. You don't need to get much out of Retaliate, as long as Dusa 1 is an okay unit. The problem is, I personally don't like Dusa 1. If she gets to 2, hell yeah. If she gets to 2, you take Tide 2 and you Dusa 2, and you always make Retaliate and good stuff. For sure. But, I mean, not with Dusa 1. I don't find it worth it there. You have to do some, like, weird shenanigans to try to get her ult off. It's a 3-cell radius, which is just... I mean, a 4-cell radius already felt kind of weak, because you couldn't put it in back, and it just wants to be a backliner. Whereas, like, back in auto chess, was it the entire board? Or, like, a 6-cell radius or something? It was a lot longer in auto chess. Yay or nay on contraptions? The concept of contractions is a good concept. Right now, they're kind of hilariously imbalanced. 2 of them are really OP, and 2 of them are quite weak.